Welcome back. He is a Food Network star and Wurstmacher from the popular Dog Haus restaurants. Welcome back to our home chef, Adam Gertler.
Welcome.
We love you, Adam.
So good to be back here. Thank you so much.
So, Adam, for those who may not be familiar with what a Wurstmacher is, could you please explain it?
Wurstmacher is a made-up German expression that means sausage maker. Wurst is German for sausage. Macher means maker, and that's it. But it's not an actual German term. No, in Germany, they thought it was like, you know, they're like, this is awkward. This is not a thing we say. They understood the words, but it was like very, you know, awkward. But that's it.
If he were pretty, he'd be a pretty little liar right now.
Yeah.
I think he's making this all up.
Yeah, I'm a big ugly
making
liar.
it all up.
No, but truthfully, dude, that is not true. You just got back from the mecca of all Wursts.
Yeah, I did. I took my own sausage trip to Germany. I actually started in New Orleans for Jazz Fest, which they have incredible sausage there. And then I was in London, then all through Germany, which is like known for its wonderful sausage. And each region has incredible different sausage. So I came back very inspired, obviously inspired to make a sausage that is influenced by the foods of Hawaii.
Yeah, very special twist.
Of Hawaii, yes, of Hawaii.
Why not?
Yes, of course.
Okay,
Oh, they're back. Oh, of course, they're back. Oh.
Not just all the time.
Wow, that's how you roll, huh?
Everywhere I go.
Everywhere you go,
It's awkward in supermarkets.
Right, a little weird. You have magical powers.
One thing I actually learned in Germany, so we're actually going to use a sausage that's very popular to make our Loco Moco dog, a sausage that's popular in that part of the world, which is a Portuguese sausage. Is this true, that Portuguese sausage is like?
Sausage.
So, no, why is that? Where does the Portuguese?
Because it's delicious, especially in fried rice.
Oh,
A lot of these dishes are served with fried rice.
All
like
things
the
we
Loco
need to know
Moco.
when we take our show on the road there.
This is something I actually picked up in Germany.
You're
So
scoring
I'm
the dog.
scoring it fairly deep, about like a quarter of an inch down. And what that's going to do is, instead of the sausage isn't going to explode anywhere else, it's going to all burst here. It's going to look really, really pretty. So we're going to get the
sausage is not going to burst.
So yeah, we don't want the burst to burst in a way you don't want it to.
Is that German?
Not if you burst and burst.
Bursting and bursting.
Now we sound like Hans and Franz.
So, you know what? There's actually, I think, you know, there was actually a Hans and Franz restaurant in one of the train stations in Germany. I didn't know what came first there. So, okay, so what we got is a beef patty here, which Loco Moco is typically beef patty with gravy and the fried egg. We've got some Maui onions, which are sweet onions.
Beautiful.
Now, the fat in the beef is actually going to cook these onions perfectly. You don't need anything else.
You just slam it down with your hand?
We're going to smash it.
That was a little aggressive, Adam.
It is a little aggressive, but let me tell you something. The only time you could be aggressive with a beef patty is when it's raw like this. Once it starts cooking, if you smash it, you're going to kill it. Because then all the juice is gonna leave out. But now, you know, smashing it is gonna help create a lot of crust. It's gonna give it a nice bark on the bite. And so this needs to go for about 90 seconds on each side. And we're gonna incorporate this into our gravy. Now, everything at Dog Haus is served on Hawaiian bread.
Everything on Hawaiian bread.
Again. Wow, they are beautiful.
Is that legitimately going to happen every time I say that word? So what we do is, at Dog Haus.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Aloha.
This awesome sex power I have. You better be ready, dancers. So we took clarified butter. We spread it on 3 breads that are a specific kind of bun named after the 50th state of the nation.
Yes.
And then we're going to toast that down to get it nice and toasty. And of course, we got a nice sunny side up egg that we kind of just ringed out because that's a very important part of the Loco Moco. Now, at this point, you're gonna get now this is a cast iron, which is great to use to get great crust. So we're gonna just flip this over right
Look
here.
at that, it's crunchy.
Exactly. So you get the nice bit of texture there, and then the next step is the gravy. Now, typically, what kind of gravy do you have with Loco Moco typically?
It's
like an onion gravy?
Yeah, onion gravy.
Yeah, so this one we did is we took a Japanese curry gravy, which is typically served with tonkatsu. Japanese cuisine is also one of the main influences in Hawaii because there's a lot of different...
Get it again.
That was not intentional. Sorry, not sorry.
And I love that. I love that.
Oh my God.
Okay, so.
Oh, we chop up the burger.
So, okay, now typically this is where our Loco Moco is going to take a left turn because typically the patty is kept intact. But because we want to make this into sort of a topping for the sausage, we're going to break up the beef. But the reason I seared it whole first is because I want to keep those chunks. I want to keep some of the moisture in there. Then we're going to take this and we're going to combine the beef.
With the gravy.
With the gravy. With the tonkatsu gravy. So that's going to give it a little bit of that curry flavor.
Okay, I'm trying to get a sample of each here.
Okay. Wow. So now that we pretty much have our bun nice and toasted up right here. Okay.
Wow.
So now we're just going to gently let the gravy cook the beef through. Right? That's all you're going to need.
Do we need to hit this guy? Smush him any?
You know, we're going to submit him, but I think we're going to swap him out. We have one already kind of set up over here.
Okay.
The sausages typically take about 6 to 8 minutes. This is kind of a larger one. It might take 8 minutes.
And is that the gravy combined?
Yes, exactly. So what we do is we're going to put the Portuguese sausage on the Hawaiian bread.
What?
Are you kidding? Now I'm just doing it on purpose.
Control yourself.
The gravy goes on top of the dog. So we're actually serving a version of this at Dog Haus during Hawaiian Foods Week, which is July 11th to the 17th. But we're going to keep this going till the 30th. And we're also giving out a trip to Hawaii at Dog Haus. Yes. Yeah, if you go to doghouse.com, they did not even. That was a slip, but they're very good.
Wow.
So we're definitely getting your exercise today.
We have to feed them. They're going to be malnourished.
So we have the beef curry gravy on top of the Portuguese sausage. Now I've taken these crispy onions and then we've seasoned these with togarashi, which is a Japanese seasoning, and it's gonna be crunchy, but it's also gonna soak up some of the gravy. And then of course the Loco Moco isn't a Loco Moco without the egg on top. We're gonna get the
Oh boy.
Down goes the egg, but
we got a slider.
Stayed whole too, which I just say is what a testament to the great staff here. So we're just gonna finish that with a little bit of the togarashi.
Togarashi. We got there. Here we go.
Look at that.
See, that's the spicy.
You know?
It is.
All right. Well, that's actually not
What about
open.
this
So
guy?
imagine we're gonna put some. Is that open over there?
There you go.
Right on.
Perfect. Here we go.
Just like the Hawaiian dancers.
Exactly.
Look at them. Oh! I did not mean to say that.
You don't have the powers. You can say Hawaii all day long. Nothing's gonna happen. I didn't know. You did it again. I didn't know.
Oh, now they've got the flowers.
So a little bit of scallion on top, the togarashi, and then just because sriracha is so delicious,
why not?
Why not throw a little bit on there? But you know, it's also very important to
open your condiments.
To open the condiments. You know,
That's the important thing.
how many of us have suffered through unopened condiments
It's
before?
true.
Very frustrating.
All right, so what do you guys think of the Loco Moco dog?
Amazing.
That's it. I want you to try this.
Cheers.
You guys
try that
are
one.
you enjoying it?
Oh my gosh, how do I even get my mouth around it?
That is your own challenge.
Oh,
I can't tell you how to do that.
Try that, Debbie.
Yeah.
It's all right.
It's too big.
That is all kinds of.
Thank you.
One last question. One last question
course,
for you.
please. Yeah.
What state was she born in?
Oh, I believe it was Alaska or no, it was Hawaii.
Yeah.